For anybody who has been watching my channel for any extended period of time, you'll notice the distinct absence of all things political, and it's not an accident. I don't do politics on this channel. There was a time where I would tweet and I would post links to articles that I found of interest. I have gotten so fed up with politics on social media. Politics is the antithesis to social media. There's nothing social about politics. Politics is divisive, and the thing about politics, you are always either preaching to the choir or talking to deaf ears. That's the bottom line. Very rarely does someone actually change their political beliefs after a discussion. Now, that's not to say that I'm not political and I don't have my political views. I am, as far as my humble opinion is concerned, among the most politically informed people out there. I have my political views. I will discuss politics with anyone who is willing to have a civil discussion without resorting to name calling. That can't happen on social media, and it doesn't happen on social media. It always degenerates and it goes to places that are just simply not happy. And if you need proof of that, just scroll through Twitter. It is a political cesspool of people just trying to get a 180 or 240 character quip, insult, takedown, and that's all it's about. One-line comebacks, catchy soundbite takedowns. That's what political discussion has resorted to on a global scale, and it's depressing. Now, I don't do politics on this channel, and there's no but. For those of you who have been watching, you also know that I am, call it a retired litigator, but I'm still a litigator, I'm still a lawyer. I've been a lawyer now for over a decade. So I do occasionally do law stuff on this channel, although, to be perfectly blunt, because I'm always honest, I find it boring, and I imagine that a lot of you out there find it boring, but occasionally something so of interest comes up that I, can chime in from a legal perspective, not a political perspective, and not giving my opinion perspective. Today is that day. Sarah Huckabee Sanders was kicked out of a restaurant, or apparently asked to leave a restaurant in West Virginia or something because she works for Trump. I'm not giving an opinion on any of this. I'm not even talking about it. I was just flipping through the happiest place on earth, Twitter, reading the comments and the responses to comments, reassured in my overall decision not to do politics on social media, but reading some of the comments, an interesting legal issue came up because it goes back to that the recent Supreme Court decision about the baking the cake for the gay couple who asked the baker to bake them a specific cake. One of the comments to Sarah Huckabee Sanders was, "Now you know how it feels, at least you weren't asking them to bake a cake." Oh, sorry, the comment was more like this, you have nothing to complain about, this is what Republicans have been fighting for, referencing the cake decision, which they were purporting was the right to refuse service to somebody based on, in that case, the cake case, religious beliefs. Now, I happen to have read the decision because I was interested in how they arrived at the decision, and the Supreme Court cake case did not sanction in the sense of authorize. It didn't authorize discrimination or refusal of service. What the cake decision said is that a couple could not ask the baker to specifically bake a specific cake for them, as in they could not commission him and require him to prepare a cake to their specs if he had some sort of religious problem with what they were asking them to do. The baker didn't refuse service to the couple based on their being gay, and the Supreme Court decision said they weren't denied service based on their homosexuality and his religious belief. They were not refused service to buy a cake at large. The gay couple was not refused service. They could have bought any cake that was already made according to the decision. They were refused the ability to compel the baker, okay, hold on one second. They were refused the right to compel the baker to produce a specific cake that had not already been produced. They could have taken their pick from everything that was already existing on the shelves. So they weren't denied service, which goes back to Sarah Huckabee Sanders. If Sarah Huckabee Sanders had asked the restaurant owner to serve her a cake with Donald Trump's face on it, I don't even know why, then, service could have been refused, I guess. All that to say, not a political opinion one way or the other. I'm not saying I agree with the decision or disagree with it. I'm just explaining the decision and the subtlety as to what made the decision what it is in respect of this recent news, which, for the love of goodness, can we not do something, by the way? Can we start something? Hashtag World No Politics Day. Let's go one day on social media without a political quip. Let's go one flipping day on social media without politics, and we'll see what, the overall chi of the earth, I don't know if that's the right word, but with the overall tension of Earth would decrease, I guarantee you. Hashtag World No Politics Day, okay? Now you know a little bit of something about the Supreme Court decision if you didn't actually read it, because I gotta tell you, I'm a lawyer and I still found it boring to read. I only read it out of necessity and curiosity. Hashtag World No Politics Day. Please, let's do this. We can make it happen. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, please, if you like this and other feel-good videos, subscribe, hit the notifications button, tell your friends and family about my channel. I have been doing this daily since how long? whatever, the kid actually doesn't talk in the back there, but since November 2016, I've been posting a daily video, a video a day. I have. I'm the best YouTuber you've never heard about. Okay, enough self-flattery for one day. Peace out.